Hello there guys, if you do not know already, we are redeploying the HODL Elon contract. The reason we're doing this is because the way that it is working at the moment, the way that it tracks how many of the other tokens you hold and it turns rewards on and off, that is costing far too much gas. And as the array of wallets that are excluded from those rewards increases, the gas is going to go up and up. So this is something that we absolutely have to stop now because it is going to prevent us from growing in the future. And at the moment, it's costing new people about $30 in gas just to buy tokens. So we can't have that. It's a huge waste of everybody's money. So I'm redoing the contract and I'm changing a few things. Now, one of the major things that I'm changing is the rewards themselves. So it's not going to be the reflection in HODL Elon token anymore. You're going to actually receive BNB as your reward for holding our tokens. So all of those changes are going to be coming over the next few days. But in order to do this, we need to be able to release the liquidity from this token and transfer it over to the new one. Now, obviously, the liquidity is all burned. We can't remove it like you would in the normal way. So in order to extract the liquidity, I've got to sell the tokens. So do not sell your tokens because you'll end up getting a lot less money. As people are sending their tokens to me, I'm selling them to remove the liquidity to transfer it onto the new contract. But every time I do this, it pushes the price down on this contract. So tokens that you're holding right now won't be worth as much money by the time that you watch this video, and I've sold some of the tokens people have sent to me. So they're going to be going down in price. The price is going to be crashed by this. And also, as I'm doing it, the actual transactions are bigger than the maximum permitted transaction. So you can see I did this one here, which is well over a maximum wallet. It's just because this is me processing the tokens into the wallet to collect the BNB to move the liquidity over to the new contracts. So if you send me the tokens, when we deploy the new contract, it'll have the same amount of liquidity and you will get the same number of tokens back that you sent to me. So by the time all of that is done, you're going to be sitting at the same value that you had before I started to sell the tokens to release the liquidity. So it's very important that you don't sell them, because if you did do that, you'd end up losing money. So that doesn't help anybody at all. Now, you don't actually send the tokens to my wallet. You need to send them directly to the contract itself. So I've got a few tokens, not many, $6 worth, and I'm going to send those tokens to the contract to show you how to do this. So the first thing that you need is the contract address. So up in the URL up here, this is the contract address, but I'll obviously also leave it in the description of the video. So copy that and then go over to your wallet and go to your assets and go to the bottom and go on import tokens and paste it in. Now here, if you haven't already added it to your wallet, it will put the token symbol in here and the decimals, and you'd click on add custom token, and then the token is in your wallet. It needs to be in there. So you might need to do that step. I don't need to do it. Once you've done that, find the token in the little list. So go to your assets from here and go down and click on the token itself, and then click on send. And where it says send to, paste the contract address in again. So we've still got it on our clipboard. It's the one that starts with 0xF2EE. Now, there is a very good chance that your wallet will guess the amount of gas that you're going to need to use to send these tokens, and it will very likely get this wrong. It will very likely estimate gas which is not sufficient, and the transaction would fail. So you're going to need to adjust the amount of gas. But first of all, we're going to click on the maximum button, and I'm hoping that this makes an error happen, because it happens quite often, and I want to show you it. It didn't. Very, very often when you click on the maximum button, this goes kind of like a pale blue color and you can't click it. I'll just hang up that call. You can't click on it. So if that happens for you, normally if you click max again and they disappear and then you click it again, it actually comes back. But at other times, what you need to do is delete everything after the decimal, like that. After the decimal are worth absolutely nothing anyway. I mean, my 14,000 tokens are only worth $6, so what's after the decimal really doesn't matter. So hopefully if you did that, it will make the button come back if you lost the button. I'm going to go on to maps and I'm going to click on next. And now at this stage here, it says estimated gas. And at the moment it's estimating that it's going to cost me 0.0319 gas. That's probably about right. And that'll probably go through. But if yours is asking for less gas, it will probably fail. So click on edit and you can increase the amount of gas that you want to spend. You can turn it up. Now, I wouldn't go too high, but it will only use the amount of gas that it needs to use. So if you do put this up high and then you press the button, it will use some of it, but it's probably not going to use it all. So I'm going to leave mine on 0.05 BNB and I'm going to confirm. And it might take a little while, but you'll see that the tokens will go from my wallet to the actual contract itself. And now using the developer wallet, I will be able to process those tokens into BNB and remove them from the contract so that I can add them to the liquidity. Now, the reason we're doing it this way, rather than you sending the tokens directly to my wallet, is that this is a little bit cheaper in gas because the contract doesn't need to do so many things. It doesn't do as many checks when you're sending them directly to the contract. So it just makes it a little bit cheaper for you. Now, if you're only holding a very small amount of tokens, it simply would not be worth doing this because the cost of gas to send them to the contract will probably be more than they're worth. Now, in my case of holding $6 worth of tokens, it absolutely was not worth me doing that. The amount I've just spent on gas is going to be more than $6. So do bear in mind, if you've only got a tiny bit, don't worry about sending them. So if I look at the transaction itself, we can see how much it costs. So it cost me $21.29 in gas to send $6 worth of tokens. So as you can see, that was an utter waste of time. But if you've got a lot more than $20 worth of tokens, then you can send them, but it will cost you that amount in gas. Now, once I've got all the tokens and I can do the new contract and I can send you the tokens you sent me, I'm going to try and give everyone a little bit extra because I want to make up for this ridiculously big gas fee that people are having to pay. It's just not on, it's far too high. So we're going to try and do something to obviously reimburse you guys for that. But bear in mind, we have about 100 holders and 100 times $20 is $2,000. So it does cost me a little bit more money to be able to reimburse you this gas expense than it would do just each person individually paying it. But I will try and do something for you guys. Now, obviously, there are going to be people that are not in our community. They have no idea this is happening. They're just holding their tokens and they don't know any of this is going on. If you know anybody and you've got their Telegram details and they're on this token, please contact them and get them to watch this video so that they can transfer their tokens over to the new contract. We really need to try and get as many as we can because it's the only way of releasing this $12,000 so we can move it across to the new contract. Now, we're going to try and remove as much as we possibly can, but I know we're not going to get it all, and whatever we can't get, it's got to come out of my pocket, and I really haven't got the money to be putting in for whatever it is that we are short. I have looked through the holders listing. There's quite a lot of wallets in there that are sitting at around about maximum, and their tokens are worth quite a lot of money. And unless those people send them to me, I'm going to be having to dig deep into my pockets. But that's all. I will give you lots more details on the new contracts over the coming week, and it should be releasing quite soon, but I want to give people the time to send their tokens over because we really need those tokens to do the swap as seamlessly and as cost effectively as we possibly can. But moving forward, I am optimizing the code, the actual code itself, and I've removed a lot of the stuff that the contract does. So now it doesn't have to do hardly anything. It's going to be incredibly efficient for gas. And also, the contract that I wrote for Foxgirl has been for a Certec audit. They've got back to me with all of the information about the audit, and there are some things in there that they flagged that are things that are in every contract that I've ever written. So I'm going to be addressing some of those as well, so that going forward we can get not only a Certec audit, but audits with other companies, and we can get a better score. So that is all coming over the next week or so. Watch this space. I'll keep you updated. Please do get yourself into the Making Elon Safu Telegram group, because all of the information, all of the details will be there in the group. Right, thank you for your patience. The new contract will be a hell of a lot better than this one. It will be a lot less gas costly. It'll be much more efficient, and I'm sure you're going to be enjoying getting BNB rewards instead of token rewards. So this is a token that you're going to want to hold. You're going to want to hold all of our meme tokens, because the more you hold, the better the BNB rewards are that you're going to get. That's all from me, guys. See you soon. And as I said before, if you know anybody that's holding this token, please do send them a message on Telegram and get them to watch this video, because it's really going to help us to make this process as smooth as possible if we can get everybody to send us their tokens. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.